All right, let's dive in. Today, we are cracking the code on how to build a real, honest to goodness business on Amazon, one of the biggest marketplaces on the planet. We're going to walk through 5 totally distinct, proven models. The goal here is simple, to help you find the perfect path for you. Let's get to it. So, you've got that itch, right? That entrepreneurial bug, and you're looking at Amazon thinking, that's it. And you're not wrong. It's a massive opportunity with millions of customers literally a click away. But the real question isn't if you should sell on Amazon, it's how. And that's exactly where most people get stuck. It feels overwhelming. But the good news? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Seriously, there are 5 clear, well-trodden paths to success. We're going to break down each one of these blueprints so you can figure out which one has your name written all over it. First up, let's talk about the path for the creators, the builders, the visionaries, the folks who want to build something that is uniquely their own. This is all about creating your own brand from the ground up. The first model here is a big one, private label. Okay, think of it like this. You find a fantastic, high-quality, but kind of generic product. Let's say a yoga mat. You then create your own brand name, your own cool logo, your own packaging, and boom, that generic mat is now your unique product. You'd be surprised how many massive brands started this way. You're not just selling a thing, you're owning a brand. But here's the deal. This model is all about a massive trade-off. The upside? It's huge. You have total control, you set the price, you build a loyal following, you own a real asset that you could even sell one day. But the downside is just as real. You need some serious cash up front for inventory and marketing, and you're jumping into a very crowded pool where you have to fight to get noticed. Look, success with private label is not about luck. It is pure strategy. You have got to do your homework. That means finding a niche where people are buying, but it isn't totally saturated. It means locking down a supplier you can count on, and then you have to invest in making your product look absolutely incredible online. But most of all, you've got to earn your customers' trust, one sale at a time. Now, the other path for creators is Amazon Handmade. This one is for the artisans, the crafters, the people making incredible, one-of-a-kind things with their own 2 hands. You know, we're talking custom jewelry, beautiful handcrafted furniture, bespoke art. Amazon actually has a special corner of their world just for you. And you can probably guess the trade-off here. With Handmade, your superpower is your uniqueness. You're not competing with giant factories, which usually means you can charge a premium and get higher margins. But your biggest challenge is scale. Your business can only grow as fast as your own hands can work, so your time is literally your inventory. Okay, so what if creating a whole new product from scratch doesn't really sound like your thing? What if you'd rather just capitalize on products that are already popular? Well, that brings us to our second big approach, the trader's path. This is all about reselling stuff that already exists. Our first model here is wholesale. This is basically classic retail just brought into the 21st century. The idea is you contact a big, well-known brand, think of a popular kitchen gadget company, and you get official approval to buy their products in bulk at a nice wholesale discount. Then you just turn around and sell those exact same products on Amazon for the normal price. The beauty of wholesale is its stability. You are not guessing if people want the product. You know they do. The demand is already built in. But the hurdle is getting your foot in the door. You need a pretty big chunk of change to buy all that inventory up front, and, well, convincing big brands to let you sell their stuff isn't always a walk in the park. Next up is arbitrage, which honestly is kind of like being a professional treasure hunter. You are constantly on the lookout for deals, scanning the clearance aisle at Target or finding a crazy discount on another website. You buy low, and then you flip that exact same item on Amazon for a higher price, and you pocket the difference. And the process is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, hunt for the deal. That's the sourcing part. Step 2, do the math. You use a scanner app on your phone to see if you'll actually make money after all of Amazon's fees. And step 3, list it and sell it. It's a constant cycle. Hunt, analyze, flip, repeat. The huge appeal here is how accessible it is. I mean, anybody could start doing this tomorrow with just a couple $100. But, and this is a big but, make no mistake, it is a grind. It takes a ton of time to find products that are actually profitable. And as soon as other sellers find the same deal, poof, your profit margin can vanish overnight. Okay, let's look at our final model. And for a lot of people, this one is a total game changer because it removes the single biggest roadblock for most new sellers, having to buy inventory. This is what we call the connector's path. This model is called drop shipping. Here's the deal. You act as the storefront, the middleman. You list a product for sale on Amazon, but you don't actually own it. You don't have it sitting in a warehouse. You are simply connecting a customer who wants a product to a supplier who has it. Let's just trace the journey here. A customer finds your listing on Amazon and clicks buy. You get paid. You then take that money, turn around, and buy that exact same product from your supplier. And here is the magic part. The supplier ships it directly to your customer. You never ever have to touch the product. I mean, the appeal is obvious, right? It's extremely low cost to start. You could list hundreds, even thousands of products without spending a single dime on inventory. But, and you knew there was a but coming, this introduces a massive risk. Your entire business, your reputation, it all rests on a supplier you've probably never even met. If they ship late or send a shoddy product, your Amazon account is the one that takes the hit. So there we have it. The creator, the trader, and the connector. 5 different models, 5 different ways to build a business on Amazon. So now comes the most important part of all, figuring out which one of these blueprints is the right one for you. This table really just lays it all out side by side. You can see the trade-offs so clearly. If you have the capital and you want to build a real long-term asset, private label gives you full control, but you're facing heavy competition. On the other end, if you're looking for the lowest risk way to get started, arbitrage is cheap, but man, it's a time-intensive grind. And drop shipping, well, it has almost no inventory cost, but your fate is completely tied to your supplier's reliability. It's all a balance of risk, reward, and how much control you want. And that really brings us to the core takeaway here. There is no single best way to sell on Amazon. It just doesn't exist. The best model is the one that fits you, your budget, how much risk you're comfortable with, the skills you already have, and what you actually want to build in the long run. So we've walked through the 5 proven paths, from building your own brand from scratch to trading stuff that's already out there. The only question left is the one you see on the screen. So, what will you build?